The snow may have come late this year, but it finally came. And this week on At Your Leisure, we're taking advantage at one ski resort that offers a bit of everything in the powder and some savory bites along the way. I'm Stephen Human. Max and Elise and I will take you from the top of the mountain to the bottom.
Then go in search of solitude with me, Zack Cipriano, as I follow one Utah off-roader who's taking a personal day.
Lastly, Reece Stein hits the sand and discovers a hike that pushes him to the limit. Own the outdoors now with AYL. Well, spring is right around the corner, but we are not letting go of winter yet. Welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Stephen Human.
And I'm Reece Human.
And I'm Max Human, and we're here at Solitude Ski Resort, and we're about to learn how to do some downhill skiing.
But there's a lot more things to do around here than just downhill skiing.
That's right. They have Nordic skiing, they have snowshoeing, a whole bunch of stuff, great food. And we decided that instead of just showing one thing off today, we're going to show off all of it. We're going to start at the Nordic Center. You guys ready to learn how to Nordic ski?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Nordic skiing is a good sport. It's basically kick and glide. So the way you walk, you just make some glide. So it's a mix of walking and running. So kick and glide makes you good technique. Nordic skiing, we call classic. I was young when my dad bought me skis and I didn't know how to ski, so I went a couple of classes to start skiing, and then I end up being good and I like it, and then I fall in love with the sport and I start compete with my age, and then more I grow, more I become a professional.
The Nordic Center has been here over 40 years. Originally, it was a part of the Brighton Resort, and it was acquired by Solitude in the 80s. And we've undergone different changes throughout the years, and lots of improvements in our terrain and the grooming here for cross-country skiing. Nordic skiing is my favorite wintertime activity. If you like to ski and you also like to exercise, it's the perfect marriage of both skiing and exercise.
You don't have to be scared of doing Nordic skiing. Anything you're doing on the snow, you always expect a little bit slippery, but more you get stressed, more you don't do a good job. So I would advise someone to come here with the big risk and a big smile on their face. Once they have a big smile on their face, they want to do it, they can do it. It's super easy.
There's something really unique about like basically running but gliding across the snow. It's really a cool experience and very serene too once you kind of get in the groove.
Oh, there's a couple more things people can do it besides Nordic skiing. They can do snowshoeing. Also, I want to mention that Nordic skiing has two types of technique, classic and skating. We do both teach and offer rentals. And then snowshoeing, we also offer specific trails for snowshoeing. They're all marked and it's beautiful to walk around. I don't know, everything makes me, fall in love with this area. Mountain elevation, beautiful trucks and people that I work with. And I love Nordic skiing, and then I choose Solitude because Solitude has the longest winter in Utah, so I can ski longer.
Spring skiing is a lot of fun. Sunny days, hanging out in the commons areas, the patios down below at the resort. We are still expecting more snow. March typically can bring us a lot of snow. So here in a few days we're expecting another storm, and wouldn't be surprised if by the time we're all done in April that we climb a little bit closer to that 300-inch mark.
If anyone wants to reserve a Nordic lesson or snowshoe tour, they can call us 801-536-5774 number, or they can go on our website at solitudemountain.com to reserve a lesson or snowshoe tour.
Oh my gosh, the temperature out here is amazing. Can't imagine better conditions for coming out here to the Nordic Center and giving this a try. It's way easier than you think. The kids have gotten it. It's been so much fun. Of course, later, we're gonna get our downhill lessons, and I'm excited for the kids to be able to experience that. But first, we gotta go off to our travel adventure, and Zack Cipriano has our story.
Solitude. It comes at a premium in the 21st century. there's always a cell phone or an obligation to pull you away from moments of self-reflection. More and more, you have to go out in search of solitude. David Steadman understands that fact all too well. Working in the power sports industry at Steadman's Recreation in Tooele, David's time is eaten up by life's constraints like, well, everybody else. Today, however, he's decided to step away from it all and experience a moment of peace in the lonely deserts of northwestern Utah.
Oh man, you just get out here in the desert, there's nobody around. Whether the wind's blowing, whether it's not blowing, the sun's up, it's cloudy, it don't matter. It's just peaceful, there's nobody around. You get nature and you, and that's it. And you don't get that unless you come out here and look for it.
And David's chosen to look for it in an area he's never ridden before, just north of the historic ghost town of Eosepa on Utah Route 196, less than half an hour from his home in Tooele. The Stansbury Mountains tower in the distance as the desert flows with abundant water year-round, feeding the rippling waters of Horseshoe Springs.
I don't think I've been to Horseshoe Springs since I was a Boy Scout, so it's just really, oh man, it's peaceful, you know. You just sit there and listen to the water roll and the wind blow through the weeds, and it's just very peaceful. I've never been over here in this area on a bike or a side-by-side, an ATV, anything. I've just always stayed on the other side of the mountain. You got the springs down there, you can go check them out. They're pretty cool, you know. Let the kids run around a little bit, get back on the units, and it gives you a little break for picnic or something, and get back on the units and go for a ride up here in towards the mountains as high as you want to go, or until you hit snow or whatever. We pass side roads left and right getting to where we're at right now, you know.
Many of these roads reach back in time to early pioneer settlement. California Trail ran right up to Horseshoe Springs, giving travelers a spot to rest and drink before making the long journey across the West Desert. Markers placed by the BLM help give a better understanding of our own place in the long line of visitors to these historic lands.
There's always some history of why these roads are in these mountains. They didn't just get here for us to ride UTVs on them, because when they were built, we didn't have UTVs. They were built in the old days when they worked to get something done. Whether it was logging, mining, it was always something tied to work why these roads are out here.
The western side of the Stansbury Mountains is a treasure trove of history and exploration. But you do need to keep a few things in mind. If you're coming out to explore, make sure your machine has a properly installed and maintained spark arrestor. These lands have been hit with wildfires in the past few years, so be conscientious of that. Also, stay on the trail and be respectful of campers in the area. Lastly, if you're seeking the quiet isolation of the trail, make sure you let people know where you're going in advance. So, if something unexpected happens on your afternoon retreat and you become in need of search and rescue, they'll have an easier time getting you out of any sticky situations. Solitude. You can still find it if you put out a little effort. And what you'll walk away with is worth so much more than you probably realize.
It's just you. You know, you don't have to answer to anybody, you don't have to answer your phone, you know, you don't have to do anything but what your schedule tells you you want to do. If you want to stop for 10 minutes and overlook a valley or something, and that's all you do is just sit there and look at it, then stop and look at it. It's hard to even explain how nice it is when you get away from the hustle and the bustle of you know, work and traffic and life and all the other stuff, and you just come out and you kind of block everything out and you just go ride, and everywhere you stop and look, it's just another look. It's like beautiful everywhere out here. Just get out and ride, you know? You don't know it's here until you're here. So just get out, park your truck, get in your side-by-side and ride. That's how you learn it.
From the solitude of Horseshoe Springs, I'm Zack Cipriano for At Your Leisure.
I'm about ready to enter a time machine. Now, it's not an episode of Doctor Who, it's an episode of Doctor Where. In 7 hours, I will be in summer, and you could too if you had an RV or a travel trailer from Ray Citte RV on Riverdale Road. As a matter of fact, if you go in there right now or go to raycity.com, you can enter to win this vacation I'm taking to Pirates Cove in Needles, California. Ray Citte RV, Utah's low price leader since 1946.
Look south to adventure. Look south to beauty. Look south to San Juan County. Out here, the road goes on forever, and what you'll find will change how you see the world. Climb on your OHV and discover forgotten landscapes and vistas that challenge the imagination. From Blanding and Monticello to the cliff faces of Monument Valley, we're open and ready for you to explore. San Juan County, Utah's Canyon Country.
Razor, Ranger, Sportsman, Ace. There's a Polaris to match your passion. Whether you ride mud, rocks, dunes, or trails, Razor leads the way. With unequaled power, unrivaled suspension, unmatched agility, and unbeatable comfort. Perfectly combined to chase what matters. Lifelong memories with friends and family.
In a place that is beyond words, there is nothing to be said, except take your time in Bryce Canyon Country.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm Corinne Smart, and as you know, spring is just around the corner. So I'm here with our friends at ADSSS, and they are having an event on March 24th to help you get outside and have some fun.
Saturday is going to be our big spring open house. We do this every spring just to kind of get spring rolling right. We're going to have big sales on all of our machines, our dirt bikes, all of our riding gear. Basically anything you need to get out and get this spring rolling right, we're going to have it. We'll have food trucks here, so if anybody comes hungry, you guys can just go out, grab a bite to eat. We're also going to be doing drawings throughout the day, so you're going to have goggles we're going to be giving away. We're also going to be giving away an Osset, which is an electric bike.
This is the Osset that they will be giving away at the event. Parents, can you imagine your kids' faces when you bring this home for them?
Any $100 you spend in store gets you a ticket to put in that drawing for the Osset. And of course, if you buy a machine, we'll give you 5 entries to win that Osset. So with Easter weekend coming up, we're going to have all of our sand tires, our lighted whips, our light bars on sale. So make sure when you head out to Jericho or St. Anthony's, wherever you head, that you can light the night up. This sale is really like our big kickoff for spring, is because throughout winter, everybody's just kind of been cooped up inside. Everybody's itching to get out. So as soon as like this warm weather rolls around, everybody just gets excited. It's that first kick of warm weather that just gets everything rolling.
So it's really important that when you ride that you're covered from head to toe. They have everything for everyone. Children, women, men. Helmets are obviously a great way to protect your head from getting scrambled. But it is also another great way to show your personality. There's so many different colors and varieties, different styles.
So Snow Check is basically you pre-season order your snowmobile for the next following year. That way you get to pick all kinds of different options. So you can choose the different color side panels, you can choose your colored tunnels, rails, basically make it to where you want. Great incentive to do it to where you're guaranteed a snowmobile. So at our open house definitely is a good way to come in. We can look at the computer, pick out the machine you want, and definitely take advantage of snow checking while we're here at our open house.
This is the Can-Am Maverick X3. It is one of the many beautiful machines that you'll be able to pick out at the ADSSS open house event on March 24th. Well, that's all the time that you get with me this week, but don't go anywhere. At Your Leisure will be back right after the break.
Sea-Doo introduces the newest ways to explore the water. Load up all your gear, catch some rays, grab a bite to eat, crank up some tunes, and tons more.
Every day we just go, baby, don't go. Every day we just go.
Sea-Doo, escape the everyday.
Every day we just go.
There's a little place on a Utah map where I was raised, where my heart's at, where the sagebrush grows wild and high, and the stars come out at night. place with a Ute reservation, skiing starvation, that Duchesne County life.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. We're out here at Solitude Ski Resort and we are learning the basics. We just went through the Nordic training. What did you guys think of that?
That was really cool.
What did you like, Max?
I liked that it was really fun and you could go kind of fast, but not too fast. So it was good training for the downhill skiing.
Okay, well, that's where we are now. We're about to go downhill skiing where that speed is really going to come in handy. Elise, how are you feeling?
A little bit nervous.
A little bit nervous, why?
Because we've never done this before.
I guess that's natural. Well, we have some trainers here who are going to make it so that you guys are comfortable, okay? I promise. We're not going to make you do anything that's going to scare you too bad. Too bad. All right, let's go.
Line up the back. Line up the back. There you go, Kip.
Now they're a little bit nervous, but I remember my first time skiing and I felt a little bit out of control, and I can tell that they're feeling that same thing. But every time they're going down this hill, they're getting a little bit better at stopping. I think once they've got that down, they're really gonna like it.
I make sure they're comfortable with me as an instructor first off, that's most important. Other than that, then it's just going out and having fun. You know, teaching them the basics on how to ski, how to use their skis. Basically, we just taught them how to walk around in their skis, basically get on the edges of their skis so that way they can stop. We did a little bit of turning down towards the end, as you saw. They just need to keep practicing, and they're doing a great job. They did really awesome.
Meet with an instructor, start that relationship, learn more about how the skis work, how the snowboard works. It helps you out, gets you on the fast track to learning and to getting on the mountain. When you take a lesson, you can start to move around to different places on the mountain and explore what Solitude has to offer.
There you go, perfect. Yeah, good job.
What do you think?
It's really fun.
Yeah? Do you think you're gonna be able to do backflips by the end of the day? Oh, okay.
They're on their second run, and I'm starting to see smiles, which is a good sign.
Skiing's for anybody. Skiing is for anybody. And they don't have to be afraid. They can come out here, book a lesson with one of our great instructors that we have here at Solitude, and just have fun.
You know, the snow softens up at this time of the year. It's our time to ski some soft bumps that are forgiving. The snow softens up as the morning progresses in the morning. You can follow the sun around and get great snow all day long. The groomers are just amazing. It's a little quieter up here. We're not as busy. We have fantastic snow. We have a great terrain up here. We have great access to the mountain. We have a great parking lot, great lodges. Got good food here. Kind of a all-inclusive package, if you will, that gets you going, and you can have fun a lot faster than maybe some other places.
Awesome weather. Make sure you bring sunscreen, glasses, helmet, have fun. The snow is awesome, and we have another month left, so get out here and get skiing.
All right, Elise, you got it down, I think. How do you think you're doing?
I think I'm doing better than you could ever do.
Oh, well, thank you for that. I appreciate your confidence. You'll have no problem going down the Black Diamonds later today then.
Well, we're here at one of the greatest snows on Earth.
And we're gonna go to Reece Stein. He is at some of the greatest sand on Earth. He's enjoying the Mojave Desert for our trailhead adventure, brought to you by RockyMountainATVMC.com.
I'm Reece Stein, at your leisure, in the midst of one of the Southwest's great protected natural areas, the Mojave Desert Preserve.
Yeah, I love it out here. You know, the dunes they're so serene and just so peaceful. It's amazing.
That serenity interrupted by the singing sand, a subtle rumble as the wind continuously shifts the huge sandbox. The Kelso Dunes cover 45 square miles in the center of the Mojave Desert Preserve. The 3-mile Dunes loop hike starts as a trail at the parking lot, but quickly dissolves as you near the base of the Sand Mountain, towering 650 feet overhead. The area is a popular destination with the summit a major goal, but others simply find a secluded spot to contemplate the quiet in this special place.
Much different, yes. This is the first time I've ever seen sand dunes such as these. I think it's extremely beautiful. It's such an amazing feature of our world, and I'm so thankful to be able to experience this.
Built by Union Pacific in 1924, the abandoned, then rescued and restored Kelso Train Depot, 40 miles south of Interstate 15, serves as the main park visitor center. Union Pacific trains roar past this once important freight and passenger stop on the nation's second transcontinental route. Today a museum, the building is stylish Spanish colonial revival. My son-in-law's grandfather, Ken Lehman, volunteered with the restoration work in 2002.
They're beautiful buildings. Some of them, like the Kelso Depot, is a very beautiful building, and it would be just too much to let it deteriorate and go into the ground.
From the depot, the Mojave Preserve stretches north to I-15, south to I-40, covering some 2,200 square miles of high desert. The included Shadow Valley and Semadon Groves are the largest Joshua Tree forests on Earth. Created by Congress in 1994, the preserve is the third largest National Park Service unit in the lower 48. Creosote bush dominate the landscape, punctuated by hardy cholla, the look but don't touch cacti with clingy barbed spines. Nearly half of Mojave is congressionally designated wilderness, but thousands of miles of dirt roads offer four-wheeling adventure, although off-roading is not allowed. At the remote Hole-in-the-Wall Ranger Station, the 1.5-mile Rings Loop Trail is a great introduction to the preserve. It circles Banshee Peak and slips into a narrow slot canyon over on the backside. It's all uphill from here, straight uphill. Fortunately, the Parks Department has installed hand and foothold rings in the vertical sections, making for one of the most unusual stretches of trail I've ever encountered.
Well, it was a real surprise. I thought it would be some kind of a simple little hike with some rings to grasp, and I thought I'd die there for a little bit, but we made it over, helping each other. I'm good, I'm stopped.
The short Hole-in-the-Wall Trail is a great primer to the geology and plant life in this natural desert wonder.
It's spectacular country, beautiful, beautiful rock formations, and you'd never know it was here. You just have to follow the directions.
Reece Stein, at your leisure, in California's Mojave National Preserve.
Living in Utah, we're lucky we can enjoy riding our recreational vehicles year-round in the mountains, at the dunes, rock crawling, or road riding. Steadman's Recreation has Utah's largest selection of Honda, Polaris, Yamaha, and Beta machines. See them all at Steadman's Recreation in Tooele. Need a tune-up, new tires, or accessories? Steadman's Service Department can help.
Steadman's Recreation in Tooele. You may think it's 300 miles out here, but remember, it's only 30 miles back.
Meet the new leader in off-road utility, the completely reinvented Ranger XP 1000. It's got the most power, the largest towing capacity, the highest ground clearance, and the best comfort and storage. Introducing the all-new Polaris Ranger XP 1000, the hardest working, smoothest riding Ranger ever built.
about ready to enter a time machine. Now, it's not an episode of Doctor Who, it's an episode of Doctor Where. In 7 hours, I will be in summer, and you could too if you had an RV or a travel trailer from Ray Citte RV on Riverdale Road. As a matter of fact, if you go in there right now or go to raycitte.com, you can enter to win this vacation I'm taking to Pirates Cove in Needles, California. Ray Citte RV, Utah's low price leader since 1946.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. We've been having so much fun here at Solitude, but no skiing adventure is complete without a good meal. Joe,
nice to see you again.
Good to see you. This is Joe Peterson. He's the manager here at the Honeycomb Grill. Food is really important when it comes to having a good day of skiing.
It is.
So what do you guys have here? What's your specialty?
So our bison burger has become a favorite on the menu. Everybody loves a good burger. Our bison chili is also really popular. And new this year, we got wood-fired vegetables, which has been a big hit. So it's a mixture of vegetables we'll put in a pan, put that in our wood-fired pizza oven, grill them up. We got some garlic yogurt on the bottom, and a nice nut crumble that our sous chef created really ties it together.
Oh, wow. Okay, so are we going to be able to try some of this stuff?
Of course.
All right, I am super excited. But we do have a couple of items of business that we need to throw your way. First of all, we are participating with Ray Citte RV to give away an RV vacation. This is to Pirates Cove, which is right on the Colorado River outside Needles, California. And it involves an entire week's rental of an RV from Ray Citte. It involves 3 days there at the Cove. This is a really great opportunity for you to take a vacation with your family, and you can sign up at Ray Citte. Go in there, sign up, and we'll be announcing the winner. So it's going to be a great vacation. We hope that you win. Now, let's take a look at next week's show.
We're hitting the heights next week as Chad and Rhea ride to one lesser-known mountain range where the views will rock your world. How does the wind affect their trek? They'll show you, and hopefully not get blown off the peaks. Then we'll discover the sand at one spot that is ready for spring to arrive. Finally, how can you enjoy a water-based vacation without spending a dime? It's all here on AYL in 7 days.
We'd like to thank the Honeycomb Grill and Solitude for having us out today. This has been a great time. I think we'll all agree, right?
Yep.
And so should we eat now?
Yeah.
All right. Well, between now and the next time we get together, remember what we always say. Get out there and create your own adventure at your leisure. I don't know what you guys are going to eat, but the chili and the fries are mine, right? And the burger. This burger is almost too pretty to eat, and yet I'm going to eat it. That is spectacular. And there's even avocado on it. And I'm still enjoying it, even though it has avocado on it. Wow.
You have a message. You have a brand. You have something worth experiencing. What you don't have is an audience. It's time to change that. It's time to partner up with the #1 outdoor program in the country and show the world what you have to offer. Advertising on At Your Leisure is effective and affordable, giving you an audience that dwarfs anything else out there. Backed by a proven force of outdoor adventure. Contact the AYL team at 801-947-8888. It's time your message was heard.